Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Hey, yo, hold your horses. Let's not take it to the stupid. What is it that you all are seeing that I'm not seeing that's making some of y'all say Shakur Stevenson doesn't stand a chance against Teofimo Lopez? You know what I gotta say to that, and I mean it in the most respectful way. Hey, yo, take it easy. Hold your horses and let's not take it to the stupid, man. You got to understand this fight is way closer than people realize. When fans hear Shakur versus TEO, you know, some people are going to instantly imagine TEO blasting Shakur out of there. But, you know, I just don't see how you can imagine that because I see Shakur outboxing him. I do see TEO exploding and maybe catching him. But overall, this is a chess match with danger. And the truth is, this is the first time in Shakur's career he's fighting someone who is both bigger and naturally explosive and technically dangerous. But it doesn't mean Teofimo wins. Now, what I do find interesting, I think there's not going to be any talks about weight bullies in this fight. For Shakur, there's no more lightweights. And for Shakur fighting Teofimo, he for sure is fighting somebody where they can't say that he didn't hit hard. So Shakur had nothing to worry about. That's something I heard many people say after Shakur fought William Zepeda. Yeah, Zepeda's just a high-volume puncher, but Shakur knew he couldn't hurt him. I don't know what the hell who they've been watching fight, how they arrived at that conclusion. You know, for me, I thought that Shakur should be the favorite, but I just felt Zepeda would get him because of his output. But I said, I just got to wait and see how the fight plays out. Totally understood Shakur being the favorite. I said, you know, he should win, but I just think Zepeda may get him because I've never seen Shakur fight somebody, you know, like this. And Shakur proved me and a lot of other people wrong, because he stayed in the pocket and he fought him. He made him miss, he made him pay, and Shakur was hurting him. So, that being said, when you think about Shakur and how he performed against Zepeda, now you got to think about, okay, he's going up to fight Teofimo. And Teofimo at 140 is a real, fully developed junior welterweight. Whether you like Teofimo or not, we know he was out here, made some pretty poor choices, in my opinion, talking about, you know, all the shit he was talking about. But Teofimo has power, countering ability, reflexes, speed, confidence, agility. Teofimo is a dangerous opponent. And Shakur is stepping into a division right now, in my opinion, man. Every time these guys go up in weight, I'm telling you, those punches sound different. It's no more of that pat, 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 papoose, pat, pat, pat. Nah, they hitting you with the boom, bow, thud, crash. The shit's like watching the Batman and Robin show. So I guess we got to say, okay, well, you saying that, man, they hit harder at 140. Shakur is not necessarily known for knockout power. How's he going to survive? Well, first of all, we need to understand, you know, is he moving up too high? I mean, I think that's a yes or no. And I can understand the question about can Shakur survive? Is he going to survive? So is he moving up too high? I mean, you know, kind of yes. I mean, the man started at 126. You know, he was a featherweight, then 130, 135. He didn't even fill out fully at 135 pounds. You can see at 135 that, to me, seemed like he was making the weight with ease. So I'll just say this, right? Because I got to stop and really check myself. When it comes to these fighters in the weight division they fight in, what we've realized with Devin, Haney and a guy like Terrence Crawford, some of these fighters will melt themselves down, even Sean Porter, to a weight that really they shouldn't be at. How they get there, just nutritionists, dietitian, man, a lot of discipline, and just a whole lot of prayer, because I swear some of these guys, man, they should. I'm surprised they haven't died trying to make weight. So for Shakur Stevenson, I'm not so sure him going up to 140 is moving up too high, because maybe Shakur really is a guy who should be fighting at 147, 154. He's just able to cut all the way down to the smaller weight classes. But one thing for sure, he was a dominant technician. But some people say he never grew into the weight the way Devin Haney did. So yeah, is he moving up too high? Some people say yes, but then some people say no, because the modern science of strength and conditioning changed everything. You know, guys aren't too small anymore. Crawford was 135 for years. Manny was 112 pounds. Tank was 130, knocking out 140 pounders. You know, you can't judge off starting weight alone. You judge off the frame, the skill, the adaptation. And the truth is, Shakur can adapt. But he's got to be smart. And I do think Shakur is a smart guy. I think he has brilliant people around him. And I think it's important for us to understand that Shakur could come in here and pull a Terrence Crawford. He could come in here and put on the functional mass. That's something that I was foot stomping when I was doing the Crawford versus Canelo videos. So he does need some functional mass, but not too much. It's only 5 pounds. Crawford put on 10 to 12 pounds of functional mass. And what that did for him, increased his power, increased his stability, and helped him with punch resistance. You know, Shakur doesn't need to turn into a tank. He's not going to be benching 300 pounds like I think Bud was benching. But he does need lower body strength, stronger core, slightly thicker neck in case Teofimo hits him with the bing bings. And he's definitely going to need more pop to keep Teo honest. If you can't hit Teofimo Lopez with some shit and make him think twice, Teofimo Lopez is not going to worry about you. He's going to time you, figure out, explode, and hit you with some shit. He's going to turn into El Gordo. But if Shakur comes in too small at 140, I'm telling you, Teo's probably going to look to bully him. Teo's going to look to just walk through those shots. Teo's going to feel no danger. My thing is, can Shakur make him miss and make him pay? You know, when you got guys who are a bit slower, you can kind of, you know, have your way with them when you're a defensive master like Shakur. But when he's in it with somebody with super fast hands and athleticism, and who's explosive and who hits hard, and who has the timing out of this world, who can use angles and pivots to do everything at an elite level. Just makes you wonder how Shakur is going to be able to get in there and be comfortable. But one thing for sure, I don't see Shakur trying to sit in the pocket like he did against Zepeda. Shakur is going to move around, try to box, try to chicken peck Kuchiku, try to tickle Teofimo Lopez to a decision. That is going to create for a very mundane fight. So is it a battle for 140? Yeah. But it's also probably should be called more the boring battle for 140, because Shakur's not going to get in there and take unnecessary risks. He's not going to do what he did against Zepeda. So anyone thinking that Shakur's going to do that, I'm going to tell you right now, hey, yo, hold your horses and stop taking it to the stupid. Because the reality is, Shakur may mess around and putting on this another 5 pounds. Could be too much weight for him. You would think he maintained the speed of a 130, 135 pound fighter, but the power of a 140 pounder. But he could slow down. All of this, you know, now you see me, now you don't, teleporting across the ring shit. His reaction time could slow down and he could become hittable. So to me, Shakur needs Crawford light mass. Now, with all that being said, pretty simple to try to break down what these fighters must do, you know what I'm saying? I think there are 4 commandments Shakur must obey if he wants to win. Neutralize the first 4 rounds. Teo's a fast starter. He's dangerous early. If Shakur survives the first 4 without getting clipped, his odds increase dramatically. He can't get caught. He can't get clipped. He can't get hit with the bing bings. By the way, it's funny how they keep telling Teofimo Lopez he ain't from Brooklyn. Was born there and moved down to Florida. It's funny how they're giving him the business and shit. That's good. The fight build-up's going to be hilarious. he's going to have to take away Teo's rhythm. Teo's a rhythm fighter. If you break his rhythm, he becomes unsure, becomes emotional, and unpredictable. And Shakur must feint, step back, change timing, jab from the hip, keep Teo resetting, pivoting him, and then tying him up if he has to. It ain't that hard. Make Teo miss early to break his confidence. Teo will start to crack inside that ring. You will see him start to have a mental breakdown. He will cry. Teo will start goddamn crying in the ring. His defense is based on reaction, not structure. If he reacts wrong early, he mentally unravels. You've seen it happen. He's in the middle of the ring, frustrated, boo-hooing, wanted Jermaine Ortiz to stand in front of him. At the end of a fight when he fought against the one cat, the cat from Argentina, I can't remember his name, man. Anyway, hey, do I still got it? Do I still got it? Do I still got it? Hey, yo, Teo, hold the emotion. Stop taking it to the stupid. Shakur must turn Teo's weapons into liabilities, man. And once you see Teo and them tears start coming down, that's what you should call him. It's that Teofimo. Once he starts crying, it's over. Because Shakur can break you down mentally. And Shakur can't run. He's got to pivot. This is key. This is key. Fans misunderstand Shakur. He ain't a runner. Yeah, I call him a boxer runner. I make jokes. But I can't say that no more because of how he fought Zepeda. Shakur is a position thief. He moves one step, one pivot, one angle. If he tries to run at 140, Teo will chase him and break the distance. So Shakur must box, not run and pivot. So, for those of you who are sitting there, you still ain't sold on Teofimo winning this fight? All right, let me give you some things Shakur winning the fight, some things Shakur does great. Shakur has some superpowers, right? And there aren't many people that possess this. Elite foot positioning. He can step into and out of range with no wasted energy. He's got pocket control. He proved that in his last fight and other fights, but the last fight 100% proved he can stand close and not get hit. That shit is a gift from God. He has defensive responsibility. He doesn't gamble. Every move has a purpose. He can manipulate his opponents. Makes you punch when you don't want to. He takes away your best weapon. And he has unshakable discipline. You can't make him fight emotionally. You can you can try to lure him out of character, but it's not going to work. Now with Teofimo Lopez, because I know you're probably thinking, damn, this is all Shakur Stevenson. Get out of here, you tail wagger. You just like Teofimo. Hey, yo, hold your horses. What Teofimo must do to win? Yo, his path is just as clear, in my opinion. He got to win the first 5 rounds. He got to put them shits in the bank. Because you know Shakur's going to bank rounds. Shakur is a late round controller. Teo must bank rounds early before Shakur downloads him. Cut the ring with angles, not lunges. If Teo chases, he's going to get countered. If he angles, he can trap Shakur. Have him on the ropes and just unleash. And I think he should punch with Shakur, not after him. Shakur rarely loses counter-punching battles. But when someone punches with him, like a timed power shot, Shakur will reset. Teo's explosiveness gives him that chance. And he got to stay emotionally level. He can't be in there. He won't stand still. He won't stand still. I want to hit him. He can't hit him. I'm going to cry. Can't be doing that bullshit. Get control of your mental swings. If Teo stays calm, patient, structured, he's a dangerous man. I don't care what y'all say. Teofimo Lopez is a dangerous man in that ring. As far as things that Teofimo may do great, kind of like Shakur, he's not a basic fighter. He's layered. He's dangerous. Explosive. 0 to 100 snap that very few fighters in boxing have. Got the amazing counter right hand. His timing is elite. He can leap in with a lead left hook. Can use it to close distance or pivot. He got reflex defense. He sees punches fast and reacts instinctively. Man is like a mongoose in there. And the footwork, the athleticism. You already seen him out there, man, trying to break dance and salsa and do-si-do and all that shit. He ain't traditional, but he covers distance with power steps, and his footwork is elite. So, the key hidden battle of this fight, look, the fight's not T.O.'s power versus Shakur's defense or T.O.'s explosiveness versus Shakur's IQ. The real battle is Shakur's emotional discipline versus T.O.'s emotional volatility. That's what this shit is. Because that's what they both have. One has emotional discipline, the other one has emotional volatility. If T.O. is locked in mentally, Shakur has a long night. Simple. It's the truth. If T.O. starts doubting himself, well, sweet home Alabama. No. Shakur gonna embarrass his ass. And that's just the plain and simple, all right? So who actually wins? I don't know. Let me try to give you an honest breakdown, man. If the fight goes 12 rounds, Shakur Stevenson. The longer it goes, I just think the more it becomes his fight. You just got to be fair here. But if someone gets dropped, well, shit, I got to get a fight to T.O. He has the explosiveness, the awkward timing, the athletic pop to catch Shakur slipping. Zepeda caught Shakur slipping. Shakur almost went down. You know what I'm saying? He was going to the left because he got hit with some shit. If T.O. hits him, and T.O. hits way harder than Zepeda, Shakur will go down and touch that canvas. We just hope he can get his ass back up. So you say, all right, make a pick. You're a gambling man, aren't you? I'm like, no, I don't gamble, but I'll make a pick for fun. I don't care. I'm not a soothsayer. I don't have a crystal ball and shit. Shakur's safer. I got a 55-45 Shakur. Shakur's a safer bet. More consistent, harder to break down mentally. But T.O. can absolutely score a flash knockdown or even stop him. It can happen. So I think it's a 55-45 split in Shakur's favor to win the fight. So what happens after the fight? I don't know. We just got to wait and see. I don't think Shakur stays at 140. He said he'll go to 147 for the right fight. But Shakur will become a 3-division star. 1, 2, 3. I think it'd be a 4th division, wouldn't it? Yeah, I think it's 4 divisions. He earns a Tank Davis super fight if Tank is still hanging around. But there's a lot of other people he can fight, especially if he stays at 140. He becomes a pound-for-pound top 5 again. He silences critics, calling him boring. But if T.O. wins, he becomes a face of 140. Like, to beat Shakur Stevenson is a big deal. And some people's delusional minds, Shakur Stevenson is better than Mayweather. Hey, yo, hold your horses. Stop taking it to the stupid. Ain't no way in the world Shakur Stevenson shouldn't even be compared to Mayweather. So y'all need to stop. But the bottom line for Teofimo Lopez, it'll be a huge win. And next thing you know, he may get in there with a Haney, Matias, Tank, or Hitchinson, but he's going to want the big name, so he ain't just going to go in there and mess with the low-hanging fruit, even though Hitchens is a bad boy and he's a champion. And I think his stock goes higher. If he beats Shakur, Teofimo's stock will go higher than his Lomachenko win. And that's a fact. So a T.O. victory would be one of the biggest accomplishments of his era. And that's just what it is. But right now, I just got to say I think Shakur gets him. Anyway, y'all keep cool. Shout out to the veterans, all 7 continents. About to go jogging. Big fight today. Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Ben. Can't wait to watch that fight. And I got to go fishing. I got a lot of shit to do. Anyway, man, y'all keep cool. I'm in the breeze.